Welcome back to EPL Insight. I hope you all had a great weekend and you have enjoyed the football on the weekend. Before I start, if you're watching this video, please do subscribe, like this video, and share it with others. It helps the channel to grow. Let's start. Today, we will be talking about the two matches which involve title race. We will also talk about Man City and but the focus will be on the two matches: Arsenal versus Fulham, the London derby, and then we will talk about another derby, which is Manchester United versus Liverpool. What you think of both matches? Do share. Which result surprises you the most? Definitely, I believe you are with me on that, and I was not expecting at all Manchester United to win. I was of the opinion they might get a draw if they are lucky. But somehow it felt like that they were not just lucky, they earned the like 3 points and they played some good football as well. Even I am of the opinion that if they had played a little bit better, they played with a little bit more exposure. Uh, they could have scored more goals as well. I'm not saying Liverpool played bad. They also played a good football. It was a very good game. And now there is a question for Arsenal fans who and might be for other fans as well, but specifically for Arsenal fans who cry about like we play defensive football or we are not entertaining enough. What do you think? Like, do you want a football match like this one where it's like a basketball game and chances are given on both sides, or chances are created from both sides, but eventually your team lost? And some people might say that Liverpool are the better side, and even stats says that as well. At one point, they had Ekitike, Isak, Wirtz, Gapco, Salah all on the pitch at the same time, but still they were not able to win the match. Although they created chances, and I'm not saying they deserve to lose, but Man United came with a plan and they played a good football and they took the life out of the game by scoring the first goal. And after that, it wasn't like that they were only defending, they were creating chances as well on the counter and they were playing good football and they were defending well. A couple of players were not playing well, and we will talk about that as well. And but let's talk about the first goal, the topic which I'm seeing on the Twitter, on Insta as well, on other platforms as well. Do you think that goal should have stand? Uh, the head due to the head injury to McAllister, should the ref had stopped the game at that point of time, or it was fair to let the game go because it was just in the first minute or the second minute of the game, and ref said he didn't see the player down, and if you recall the situation, it was Van Dijk who hit McAllister and he went on to his head went on to hit the elbow of Mbeumo, and then that injury, how that happened. But apart from this game, if you recall the game of Arsenal versus Fulham, in that match, Arsenal had a very good chance and they were uh, about to create a very good chance and they were on the near the penalty area and someone might have shot and they might have scored the goal at that point of time. But what happened in that situation again, it was Fulham's player who just brushed side the face of another Fulham player, and he went down, and it was like a head injury. I'm not saying he was faking it, but it doesn't look like from any angle that it was a head injury. And in my opinion, ref or war should do something about it because a lot of players are now using this as a trick to stop the game, to slow down the game, to stop the counter, to stop the chance. And they fell down even when the corners are taken down. Some players just even a slight touch to their head, they just went down and act like that. It's a very serious injury. Due to that reason, I believe sometimes when a player is having a serious injury, the ref might think that he's just faking, and that's why he didn't stop the game and just let the players to go on with the game and maybe stopped after a couple of minutes later. We have seen in some matches that Raf didn't stop the game at the same time. He took some time and then later on stopped the game. So I'm not saying McAllister was faking it. It looks like a real injury, and I believe the game should have stopped at there. But I'm only asking you guys as a fan, as your opinion, that what you think. Do you think other players are just using this head injury as a trick to stop and slow the game, to stop the count, to stop the chances. If that is the case, then what should be done? How should it be stopped? So again, I'm also of the opinion that it should not, the game should not have been allowed to go on and it should have stopped. Okay, if that happened again, it was in the first or second minute of the game, most probably it's in the second minute of the game. But what about the Liverpool performance and what about the Manchester United performance? As I was saying in the start, that both team played really good attacking football, but also the some of the players from both sides were missing. They were not doing anything. Like Kunhe was not even looking like present in the first half, like he was playing at all. In the second half, he was playing little bit better, but in my opinion, it was a very bad game. And I believe that when substitutions were made, I believe that he should have been taken out of the game instead of the number seven, the Chelsea former Chelsea player, Ruben Amorim substituted him. So I am not sure why he stayed on the pitch. He had a very bad or a very okay game. He wasn't doing much in the game. Similarly, Bruno was missing so many passes, or he was like Liverpool players were taking the ball off his feet so many times, and he was not able to take the control of the game to dictate the game. Although he was able to assist the second goal, but overall his performance was not a captain performance. If you recall, he also missed a chance which Imad created, and he was given the ball on the plate to just shoot, and Liverpool team and their keeper were at his mercy, but somehow he missed the chance and it hit the post and went away. And I was very disappointed from his side. Like, given his caliber, the quality of his shooting, he should have at least hit the target. Instead, he missed it. So I believe he also had a very okay game. Didn't play well. Didn't play a captain games. Another player which also had an okay performance was Imad. And again, after the yellow card, he was substituted as well. Casemiro again, another okay performance, but looking likely that now he is getting caught up to him, and he's not used to that kind of player he was for Real Madrid and at the start for Manchester United. And I'm not sure why Kobe Menu was not starting ahead of him. He should have started, and he has speed, he has legs, and he could have contributed more to the game. He would be able to give more space to Bruno as well at the same time. Again, Ugarte did some good when he came on. He was able to, again, fresh legs helped the Manchester United to stop the counters, stop the attacks like that. From the Liverpool side, I believe if I have to mention, Gapco was the only player who does deserve a lot of praise from the starting 11. He was doing so much. He was the only player who looks like to make any difference, who looks like to score a goal. He even hit the post three times, I believe. One was a little bit of deflection from, but the other two he had a very good chances. But I'm not sure either we should say that he missed those chances or it was bad luck. But he was the only player, from my opinion, that he was doing a lot to score a goal, to create chances on his own and for other players as well. Salah, another disappointing game, and he was substituted. I was not even aware when he was substituted. Like, even commentator did mention him that he is substituted after a couple of minutes, I believe, when the other player, Frimpong, was playing and passing the ball. Then the commentator mentioned that Salah was substituted and Frimpong came on. Van Dijk, uh, in the like, and one thing I was so surprised to see that with all that attacking talent, words, Ekitike, Isak, Salah, Gapco, and at the end of the match, like in the last 5 minutes or in the even extra minute, all the extra minutes, Van Dijk was playing as a striker. I'm like, why you took off Salah if you felt like that you need more players in the penalty area of United, or you need someone. Okay, if you need someone to head the ball, then why you took off Isaac as well? I was like so surprised to see. When I'm not saying it's something very crazy or it's something which haven't done before. A lot of managers do that at the end of the match when they are losing. They throw the defender and the as a strikers to head the ball and to score the goals through headers. But if you have all that talent and then your the center back is going as a playing as a striker, that is a so funny situation for Liverpool, who has spent around 350 million around euros on Ekitike, Isak, and Words. And then at the end of the day, in the last 10 minutes, when you need a goal, you are putting your center back, your defender as a striker in that position. That was so funny for me. Apart from that, again, I will mention Salah as an okay game as well. Words didn't do much when he came on as a substitute, and again, another game where he hasn't been able to contribute in the GA in any form of shape. And Ekitike looked good when he came on as a substitute, and he was trying too much. He was taking shots. That was good. Again, it was creating pressure, but he was not able to hit the target. I again, as I believe he came on as a substitute, so he was trying too much to make sure that he score a goal or show his manager that he deserved to start instead of or ahead of Isaac or alongside Isaac. But let's see. From United side. Cisco wasn't playing, a little surprise for me because, as I mentioned, that Kunhe was a very disappointing game from him. His caliber, the quality of player he is, it was a very disappointing game from his level, his quality. And I felt that even if Cisco had started instead of Kunhe, he may be able to score a goal. The kind of chances they were creating on the counter and through the corners and the balls they were putting in. And the one thing which you guys also have noticed that I believe Lemons, the Belgium goalkeeper, was given the freedom not to play from the back, and whenever he had the ball, whenever ball comes to him through any pass, he was taking a long shot, and it was relieving a lot of pressure from United. So I felt that that was a good thing, at least for this match. I'm not saying it is a good thing for every match or it's a good trick to do in every match, but for this particular match, I felt that it helped it helped United a lot in terms of releasing pressure and giving them breathing space and giving them little bit of rest as well. They played really good. So I kept this like I want to talk about this player at the end because there were a lot of things going on about him the recent past, as he's about to sign a new contract as well, I believe, and Man United fans were going mad that why he is signing or why a new contract is going to be given to him. I'm talking about Harry Maguire, my man of the match. What a performance he has. As a even defender, he was doing everything to make sure that he hits the ball every time whenever Liverpool had a corner or they are putting in the ball in the DE. He was heading the ball, clearing the ball, and later on, he was the one who was able to put United again ahead and help them win this game. And he was my man of the match, and he totally deserved his new contract, I believe, after this match. And that's how I felt. And I hope, honest a lot, no, in this press conference, do not blame Arsenal for losing this match because every now and then he talks about Arsenal using corners or winning the games through corners. And one thing more, now Ruben has at least one game where he can say that this is the type of game he will play, or this is the typical plan of his team, and this is the way they will play, and they show that they can win matches by playing that kind of style. So instead of talking about Arsenal when they lost the match, now he can talk about a match, about a team where he had won, and he can show the other people that this is the layout of his team. So that's the two things which I felt I wanted to share with you guys as well. So that's all about Liverpool versus Manchester United. It was a good derby match, and no one was expecting United to win, but somehow they proved everyone wrong and won this match. So congrats, United. You has helped the Arsenal team to stay on the top. Thank you so much. So let's talk about Arsenal versus Fulham game. I won't take a lot. Uh, it was a okay game again. From as I asked you Arsenal fans in the start that what kind of game you liked. This one where you had a lot of chances. There was a game like a basketball match, and both teams were having clear-cut chances, but at the end, your team lost. or you preferred a performance like that where you controlled the game and give nothing to the opponent team, and although you are not playing an entertaining football, but you were able to get the 3 points out of it, and you looked controlling the game. If you look at the start of that match, Arsenal versus Fulham, and you will be surprised to see that Arsenal versus Fulham. Fulham had zero shots on target against Arsenal. They had three shots. Sorry, they had 9 shots on the goal, but none of them were on the target, which showed that they were not able to create much against Arsenal. So that's something which was very important for me and very interesting for me. And I believe uh, that kind of performance can help the Arsenal team to win the league or the Champions League, and it will give them confidence it in the next going into the next game that they can, whenever they are winning by one goal, they can hold on to the other team. And if you recall last season against West Ham, against Aston Villa, and against Fulham, we lost all three matches, I believe, or just drew one and lost two, and we were not able to get like, and these were the matches which were the cause that we were not able to stay in the we were not able to compete for the league or win the league in the last season and the season before as well. So these kinds of games were the reason where Arsenal were losing the league, or they were uh, getting disadvantage in terms of having those 3 points which their opponents are the teams which are competing against them in the for the title. They were getting those points. Liverpool, City, they were winning such games, but Arsenal were either drawing these games or they were losing these games. So that's why I felt from that perspective, you now see we have won against West Ham, we have won against Leeds, we have won against Newcastle as well. Sorry, Newcastle was the game where last season, the season before, we lost, but this time around we were able to win over there. So these kinds of games are very important for Arsenal if they want to win the league or they want to stay in terms of stay in the. They want to keep competing for the league. So, what you guys think that what kind of performance you would prefer? Secondly, one thing more which I want to talk about from Arsenal perspective, a lot of people were crying, a lot of people were criticizing Arteta and saying why Eze is not starting in the 10 role. Again, I'm not saying it's over. Eze looked okay, looked good in the first game in the 10 role, but in the second game it looked okay, which shows he needs time to adopt to Arsenal, their mentality, their philosophy, their chemistry, their way of playing, their style of playing, everything like that. Even according to the players, he need to time to adjust with them as well. That's the reason players take time. Again, I was listening to again after this loss. If you listen to Liverpool pundits and even other pundits as well, all who are trying to defend Liverpool, what they are trying to say is that they need more time. The players are still getting used to each other. They are needing time to adjust to each other, and they are showing good performances. So they will end up winning at the end. But when it comes to Arsenal players, like you do not hear any Liverpool fan bashing, criticizing words, Isak, Salah, Capco. You're not seeing all that stuff from Liverpool side. But our fan base need a movement like they need after 4 or 5 matches they have started criticizing Gyökeres, and I'm soon if Azet did not get much GA in the form of assist or goal, they will start criticizing Eze as well. So that's why I'm saying give time to these players, let them adjust, give them more time. The things which Gyökeres is doing, our strikers were not doing those things earlier. The way like our striker always used to drop deep, take the ball and pass it to Saka or Trossard or Martinelli or alongside Odegaard. Now this time around we see Gyökeres do drop sometime, but most of the time he stay with the defenders, which helped Arsenal to control the game more, create chances more. And if you watch every time, whenever the two center backs, or even sometimes three center backs, three defenders, or stick with Gyökeres and Trossard or Martinelli or Saka, they get more time, more space on the ball to create chances, to get more touches in the box. Now in the West Ham game, why you think Saka, sorry, in the Fulham game, why you think Saka had more touches in the box than any other Arsenal player? He wasn't even able to score any goal, but he was able to get those touches because Jokeres was the one who was pinning down the defenders in the D, or he was dragging the defenders alongside him. I'm not saying this is enough. I'm saying he needs to score more goals. And one thing I felt that we Arsenal team need to do more and Jokeres need to do more is to develop chemistry with Eze, Odegaard, Saka. Because Saka, the kind of passes Saka can play, he is not playing yet for Jokeres, as per my opinion. Has played some passes like the shot which Jokeres took, and then on the deflection, Martinelli also get the chance to score the goal, but he was not able to. So those kind of passes, he need to play those through balls more and more, so that Jokeres can get on those balls and take a shot, and eventually the goals will come. But the important thing Joker is doing right now is giving more space and freedom to his other attacking players, his other attacking colleagues. So that's why I felt that he is doing a lot of good things. But again, I would say that he needs to score as well. He needs to score goals. The kind of shot he took, on which I was saying that Martinelli, if took the shot on the rebound as well. Normally, if you watch his games at Lisbon or Sporting, he would have scored that goal. But right now, I believe he needs little bit more confidence and little bit more composure on the ball so that he can score those goals. And when those balls will uh, pass through, like those through balls will come more to him, then definitely he will get more and more chances, and then he will adjust his runs accordingly, and then he will start scoring more and more goals. And that's what I believe Arsenal fans need to think about it as well before bashing or criticizing Gyökeres, and start again asking what you think of Gyökeres, or do you think he's doing enough? Do you think he needs to do more? Again, we all understand he needs to do more, but give him more confidence, give him more praise for what he's doing, and eventually the things will come around. Like the I said that Liverpool pundits and other pundits are saying for Isak, words for them as well at the same time. So let's hope hope for the best, and let's hope that Gyökeres pick his form soon and start scoring for Arsenal, and help Arsenal winning the Premier League and the Champions League. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.